Urban Revolution Radio's your morning show with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, broadcasting live from the Evans Motors Studios at 1056 East Riverside Drive. It's home of the buy here, pay here option. All of the great deals for you. If you use promo code Nino, Nino, you'll get that $100 Visa gift card upon purchase completion. Also sponsored by Spudz-N-Stuff, the home of the holy Montana potato. This week's Spud of the Week is the chicken bacon ranch. That's one of my favorites out there. I got to tell you right
you love
there.
chicken anyway,
But you know, man, I'm telling you, chicken on anything, man. Chicken on it. Man, if they had a rib, but they got the brisket potato. You have the brisket. But I'm telling you, get some rib meat, some not pulled pork. They got the pulled pork potato. They got a pulled pork. Dude, but get you some man. But if it can go on a potato, Jason probably got it some kind of way. So we'll check it out. And they are hiring for nighttime and weekend delivery drivers up to $20 an hour over there at Spudz-N-Stuff. You can apply online through our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. You can see the link right there. Or you can actually go directly to spudsanstuff.com/jobs and apply online. Get that delivery driver. I'm telling you, I used to do it myself, and it is some good money out there. We was talking about this past weekend was the anniversary of the passing of Run DMC member Jam Master Jay. Yeah, right. According to the source.com, it was a new article that uncovers the complicated history of Jam Master Jay and connections to the Black Mafia family.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, it's always been some suspicion going on surrounding Jam Master Jay's death. A lot of people a lot of people say that it was a drug deal gone bad. Did they ever find his killer? I think they did find his somebody that was supposed to be suspected of murdering him. But I don't know if he's ever been charged anything like that. Yeah. So according to Hip Hop DX journalist Frank Owen, he uncovered BMF ties to Jam Master Jay's uncle, who was part of the drug dealing side of the hustle. And this is where those rumors come in about Jam Master Jay, you know what I mean, being a part of it. It say Jay made a call to his uncle, and Jay called me, according to the source on the source.com, their source. It said Jay called him with a phone number and said the source said, I went to meet with some dudes. What is it? I went to meet with some dudes at a house in St. Louis, and some guy asked me how much I thought I could move. I said 20 keys, you know.
Damn.
They said, how you gonna get it back? He said, I was gonna drive it. He said they gave me the phone number and said, call this number when you get back so they know you made it. And I walked out with 20 keys of code just like that on Jam Master Jay's name.
And they went after Jam Master Jay.
Man, so I mean, that's, you know.
And that's somebody not doing that.
And
research.
This is, like I say, this is from a source that was talking to a reporter at the source, you know, who got the report. Like I say, it's a couple chains down the line. But this is how these rumors start. Like I say, all these rumors have a little bit of truth to them. Some get exaggerated to the point, but they all have some kind of basis in the truth where people just, you know, take a bit and exaggerate this, and then the next person take a bit and exaggerate that, blah, 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 blah. But I've always had that suspicion. Yeah, I think it did seem like a setup with Jay, because he was just outside of the.
He was outside the studio.
You know what I mean? And they just came and got. He wasn't like, you know, mad at no DJs or none of nobody was dissing them.
Any drama, anything like that.
That was made public like that, you know, because you know, Run DMC was way before the Twitter age and, you know, social media. They didn't really get down like that, you know. So any dirt that they was really doing underneath the table, you know, really stayed underneath the table.
Nobody ever talked about.
You know, we know how people get down in the music industry. The music industry is not no clean hands kind of industry. You know, I ain't gonna say most, a lot of the money that goes in and out through the music industry is drug money.
Oh yeah.
It's dope money trying to be rewashed, trying to be recycled, people trying to get their lives back. You know, they do a little dirt, get a little hustle, make a little money, make an album, and go clean for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? Exactly. But some of them don't know how to go clean. You know, we just had that the issue with your man Pop Smoke. What's your other man from Old Block that just got arrested for flashing a gun in the club? What's your man? Pooh Shiesty. You know what I mean? They don't know how to go clean once they get that check. They keep dipping and dabbing their toe.
I think they know how to go clean, but the surroundings that they're with, the people that they're associated with, my man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be an easy, clean break anyway. Because once you in that kind of life, yeah, it take a lot to get in that life, you know what I mean? So
It
it's gonna
takes a
take
lot to get out.
to get out, you know what I mean?
Right.
It ain't just like because you just made that album, okay, now you know we quit, you know what
Right.
I mean? No, it's a lot of backing out that you got to do. Like Jay-Z just got inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they give a shout out to David Dad.
You know what I mean? They supposed to squash they little bit, but you know they did all kind of dirt
Right.
back
Oh
in the day.
yeah.
He just
Oh
did his
yeah.
little interview saying how much he was got learned his lesson from stabbing dude
Yeah, for selling bootlegs.
in the
Yeah, when they about the bootlegs.
yeah, he called
Yeah,
dude in the club and he did his I think it
he
was like
stabbed
3 years probation or something
right.
like that. So it's hard sometimes to get out of that street life, that nightlife, that hard
Hmm.
life. Once you make it up, but you got to make that effort to do that once you in it. And like Run DMC, they've been in it for years. Now it ain't no reason. Like I'm thinking to myself, why would Jam Master Jay still be selling dope after 20 years of Run DMC, platinum artist,
You never know what his
rock
money.
and
You
roll?
never know what his money was like.
True that.
You
That's
know, they
that's
portray a lifestyle, so you never know what his
say
lifestyle was and what his money really was like and things of that nature.
that can draw you right back in. What he
Draw you
say?
right
Every
back
time I
into
try to
the.
get out, they pull me back in.
Hmm.
And I guess they pulled a little bit too hard on J&J. Got caught. They say according to Frank Owen Substack.com. Say on the morning of September 21st, Jason Mizell, better known as Jam Master Jay, was what did it say? He was sitting in the lobby of a Cincinnati hotel when one of his closest pals walked through the entrance. The friend helped Mizell run a multi-state cocaine
Cocaine business.
business. Later investigated by the FBI as Mizell toured America with Run DMC. He acted as the middleman brokering drug deals between associates and the suppliers, and a supplier called Uncle.
Why
The
does dude just not come out with this?
I mean, this is just the undercover,
Yeah.
the investigation still
Right.
going on surrounding his death. I say he that was 2002, I was like 19, because he died like a couple weeks later. I'd say 5 weeks later after he came back from doing that. He was murdered in a botched drug deal allegedly involving
Uncle.
Uncle. So they don't understand that they think this is his real uncle. At that time, they was just
Right.
code. They just heard him say
Just code
Uncle, blah
name
blah blah,
Uncle. Blah
Uncle.
blah
Because
blah.
in the street sometimes you call OGs, in the
Yeah. What's
neighborhood,
up, Uncle?
was Uncle. You know
Right.
what I mean? So it can be a code name, but they come to find out it was probably actually his real uncle who had ties to the Black Mafia family when a
Mm.
drug deal gone bad. So I want to remember Jam Master Jay as one of the best DJs in hip
Hmm.
hop. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
sad that he couldn't pull out of that lifestyle even after going multi-platinum
Right.
with Run DMC. The things could be different. You know what I mean? Things like that. But we're still losing rappers that way right now.
Every day.
Still getting locked up. Still want to flash their money all up on the screen right after you just got through doing the dope deal. That's how Pooh Shiesty got caught.
Serial number.
They they flashed the numbers of the money that was used to track them on the screen in the video, and the FBI tracked the numbers through the video. Crazy. So
Forensic something else in there, boy.
man, so you got to watch out. You got to pick a side. What you gonna be, y'all? If you gonna be in the streets, or you gonna be in the booth. You know what I mean? We got to pick one or the other. You know what I mean? Everybody got their starting point. Everybody got their pass. But once you make it big, you find somebody to help you run that money a little bit. Get a CPA.
Yeah, that's it.
Get a money to your mama or something. Just try to get out of that street life one, because the more popular you get, you still talking about it. Believe me, that microscope is getting being deep into you. They looking at everything you do, every transaction you make, especially in this age and day of social media where ain't nothing private,
Nothing
nothing.
private.
No, you think you keep it a secret? That just
No.
means everybody even more knows about it.
That's
So
when I say something, man. I know exactly what I told if it gets out.
you say again?
If I say something to somebody, I know exactly who I told.
Oh yeah, and if it gets, but like
If it
I'm saying,
gets
I'm
out,
not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna
then
like
I'm
Dave
not
Chappelle.
gonna.
I'm not gonna stand
Right.
behind. If
Not
I
yet.
said it, I said it.
I see
You
it.
know what I
Right,
mean? And you
right,
ain't,
right,
I
right.
heard such and such said. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
heard
said
it.
you heard it correct.
Yeah, you
Correct.
heard right. Yeah, I did say that. Wish I could have told you. There ain't nothing I ain't
Hmm.
told you to your face before. So let's see. So rest in peace, Jam Master Jay. Hopefully, I mean, I don't want to be trying to throw dirt on the man's name after death, but man, y'all rappers out there, once y'all get on, y'all gotta learn to get out of the game. Don't go back dipping that toe in. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, sponsored by Loudberry's Clothing and Spudz-N-Stuff.